Every time I stand up for sex workers, it's always, oh, so you're a sex worker? Every time I stand up for people of color, it's always, but you're white. Every time I stand up for gay people, are you gay? Every time I stand up for literally anything, I always get, why do you care? It doesn't directly affect you. Empathy and compassion, people. Try it out.
I mean, you want me to have a nuanced understanding about the United States. You want me to be nuanced about the United States. You want me to talk about labor movements and the civil rights movement and the women's movement. Meanwhile, this country is destroying every country on the planet. You want me to be excised about Russian interference in the American election. Meanwhile, which election has the United States not interfered in?
Damn.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
What it?
Ignoring the whole kink discourse, can we talk about this video, Christian Walker?
People keep taunting me because they know I'm against it. Ew, Christian, are you ready for Pride Month? Yeah, I'm ready for it to be over with. Crap. I think it's a little weird that you have to march through the streets in a thong holding a rainbow flag in order to celebrate your rights. I think you're a little delusional. Yeah.
I literally do not know how to unpack any of that.
Christian Walker finally responded to one of my comments. Hey, Chrissy. Okay, so I said, can you wear something other than those tacky Gucci t-shirts? Because they're tacky. It's like t-shirt, $1,000, but also zero drip. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he said, oh, I'm sorry that you can't afford them. Chrissy, Christopher, Chris, baby, bestie. My dad played in the NFL like your dad. Actually, at the same time, in the late 80s and early 90s. Our dads are very different though. My dad's not a Trump supporter because he's not a sellout. And my dad's team actually beat your dad's team at least 3 times back in the day, while your dad just beat up your mom while she was pregnant with you.
We just witnessed living history. The most savage comeback ever uttered. Oh my gosh.
Well, let me get this straight. You think that killing those guys is funny?
I do. And I'm tired of pretending it's not.
There's 5 types of leftists. Which one are you? Number 1, the theory thrasher. If pen has been set to paper, this dude has read it. These people basically walk around with the Library of Alexandria on their heads. Number 2, the Omegle debater. These people come in 2 types. Chill fellas who just want to argue and insufferable motherfuckers. But regardless, dude, these people always bring the arguments. They're sharp with it. Number 3, the baby. Maybe you realize your boss gets paid way more than you and hardly seems to do jack shit. Or maybe you stumbled on the Wikipedia page for MKUltra. Regardless, congratulations, you are now well on your way to a downward spiral of disillusionment. But hey, at least you know how the world works, right?
The Democrats are really giving us $600 fucking dollars. They could have given us a lot more than that if they just stopped lining other people's pockets.
Yes. Yes. And whose pockets are they lining?
What do you mean?
$900 billion and only a tiny fraction of it's going to us. Where do you think the rest of it's going?
Antifa.
No. This is America, Lois. Men have always run things, and there have never been any problems whatsoever. And don't say the economy, or Iraq, or income inequality, or racism, or Brett Kavanaugh, or air pollution, or Vietnam, or slavery, or Watergate, or capitalism, or Me Too, or homelessness, or police brutality, or homophobia, or Monica Lewinsky, or school shootings.
Christian Walker does not exist, and this is my proof.
I want to touch that thing when you make it go, step up in the club, I'm like, who do you have supporting Biden? The ghetto rock and trash Demi Lovato? We get 50 Cent. Get out of my face. Garbage.
I don't know what lab he was built or created in, but I just know that it's funded by Jeffree Star.
What are conservatives going to put in their bio after Trump loses the election? I mean, they can't keep Trump 2020 there. That'd be like flying the Confederate flag even though they lost. Hold on.
I'm a shooter, I'm a shoot ya. Cut blocks around with the Ruger. Head a headshot and you bust your medulla. Everybody in the trunk like a booster. You a mascot, you a loser. She a hoe, you go around like a rumor. One phone call and be spinning like a hula.
The Jews print our money out of thin air and loan it back to us with interest, thus enslaving us through their usury.
So I wanted to see her anger level. I wanted to see if I was powerful enough to twist her mind. It was a mind thing. She got mind.
So no one was gonna tell me that the vaccine I got is homophobic. It is like they were trying to put homophobia in my veins and call it a vaccine.
Oh, to see without my eyes. The first time that you get.
The thing that is just so funny to me about this situation is that at this point it's not even satire. It's just what happened. Like the writers of the Onion were like, how can we make fun of conservatives today? And they were like, why don't we just say what they did? We don't even need to do anything to this story. Like they look stupid all on their own today. Like y'all really told Lil Nas he was gonna go to hell, and then he just said, all right, fine, I'll pick out a gray pair of boots.
There are literally generations that own slaves, but
I'm out here, I'm 17, and it's really hard for me because...
Good. The rioting and looting has gone way too far. First, we're destroying British tea. What's next? Overthrowing the government? The soldiers at the so-called Boston Massacre were just doing their job. He's not the rebel. He's your king. Get over it.
Hi there. Just your friendly daily reminder that if you're a Trump supporter, you're a bad person. And the entire world is laughing at you right now.
I don't know why this is, but if you make a Venn diagram of Rick and Morty fans, international relations majors, and people who voted for Andrew Yang in the Democratic primary, right in the middle you get people who think Elon Musk is funny.
My whole thing about the whole argument of whether or not white people should be allowed to say the N-word is that they never bring up that argument around real hood motherfuckers. Like, they only say that shit around black people they don't think fuck them up. Because if they really thought they should say it, they would bring it up around someone named Jarquavius.
If you suffered in life, and you are okay with other people suffering in the same way that you did, because you turned out fine, you did not turn out fine.
This is an American Cold War propaganda ad saying this could be your daughter, but the thing is, I wish that were me. Like, bro, where are the Jewish communist boys at? Because I'm ready.
So this song has been trending on TikTok for a while now, and I want to talk about its history and significance. Bella Ciao was originally sung in the 19th century in North Italy by paddy field workers who were protesting their harsh working conditions. The song was modified and adapted in the 1940s to become an anti-fascist anthem. With roots in the workers' movement in Italy, this song has now become an anthem of liberation for oppressed peoples. So just know that when it's playing, you're listening to an anti-fascist song.
Republicans.
I am done with America! For the next COVID package, Americans are getting $600 one-time stimulus checks. This whole situation is very much let them eat cake-esque from the French Revolution. I guarantee things would be different if all politicians had to live on $600 for the next 6+ months. And it's funny how we have this massive bloated military budget, but when poor people need to get fed, then Republicans start yelling, what about the deficit? What about the debt? And apparently they're fine with PPP loans going to large businesses instead of small ones, including ones with Trump and Kushner ties. Meanwhile, working class people aren't given enough to pay for even 1 month's rent in any state. Since people don't have enough to pay for housing, they'll get evicted by cops who will proceed to forcefully drag them out and beat the crap out of minorities like they always do. And in case you don't know, evictions are a super spreader event for COVID-19! We're already seeing stuff like this happen. This will further harm poor and working class people, while rich folks, such as Republican politicians, won't be affected by the virus nearly as much because they get the vaccine first despite downplaying it for months! I hope this radicalizes people. I hope this shows that change needs to happen in this country. Now. Because oh my gosh, this is so frustrating!
So I keep getting asked this question and I'm going to speak about it today. If my boyfriend were to get killed by the police, then would I support Black Lives Matter? No.
She gotta say please. Say please. And I know they really wish we would fall, cause we fall on the big bad wolves looking for a moon, y'all.
Y'all, should I start filming videos like only JS? What's up, you guys? Today we're gonna talk about the CIA. People are dying of starvation right now, while you live in luxury. And if you don't become a socialist, I'm hitting you with this pan. Next time you're at home, try this life hack. Block Fox News on your parents' TV. Tune in next time and I'll show you a life hack for making a car bomb.